Hey guys, it's Allison. So I just wanted to share with you a little recipe that I did earlier. It's for some really yummy cranberry orange muffins. Typically I'm not a fan of the 100% wheat muffins that you can buy in the store. Plus those don't even really have all great ingredients for you. So I found this website, 100daysofrealfood.com, and she has a really good recipe for 100% whole wheat muffins. So I just made them. They're cranberry orange. So I used 1.5 cups of, I used King Arthur's organic white wheat flour. You don't want to use the whole wheat flour. That's in the red bag. Your muffins are going to come out really grainy and not really good. I've tried it. So I used the white wheat flour. It's a little bit lighter. There is also, I'm going to pull up the recipe. A half a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and make sure your baking powder is not expired. For months I tried it and I made these muffins, but they came out really hard and I couldn't understand why. And it turns out my baking powder expired. So make sure your baking powder is not expired. And then I have a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, 2 eggs, 2 tablespoons of honey, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a 1/4 cup of oil, and I use coconut oil. I think they call it refined coconut oil, where it doesn't have the coconutty flavor. I don't really like the coconutty flavor in my baking stuff, so I use the refined stuff. 3/4 cup of orange juice. So what I did is I got a 1/4 cup of fresh orange juice that I squeezed out, and then another 1/2 cup of just orange juice I got at the store. And then I did a cup of filling. So the filling that I did is I took craisins, and then some of the flour mixture I had, I put some of that flour mixture in with the craisins. If you don't do that, your craisins or your berries or fruit, whatever it might be, will sink to the bottom of the muffin, and you don't want that. You want them to kind of be throughout. So just a little tip. And before I squeeze my orange juice out of the orange, I zested about a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons of the orange, and I mixed it in with my cranberries. You want to mix all your dry stuff together first in a smaller bowl, your wet ingredients in a bigger bowl, and then slowly put in your dry ingredients. So super easy. They cook at 400 for roughly 10 to 15 minutes. A lot of websites will say, oh, well, make sure the toothpick comes out perfectly clean. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that the toothpick does have some crumbs on it, because that means it'll be nice and moist. If the toothpick is totally clean, you may have a more dry muffin or cake or whatever you're making. I learned that from cake decorating classes. So I hope you enjoy these. I use these for breakfast, so I'll have 2 little muffins, maybe one or 2, and I'll reheat them up. I freeze these. So when these are done cooling, I'll pop them in a gallon freezer bag, and I'll pop it in my freezer, and whenever I want them, I can just heat them up. That's about it. So go to 100daysofrealfood.com, and it's under muffins and then fruit, nut, or berry, something like that. So she also has a lot of really good recipes. So I hope you check it out and enjoy.